everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Men Need to Be Heard show. And today I have a very special guest who's joining me to talk about his experiences living with his divorced mom. He's fluffy, he's traumatized, and he desperately needs a bro. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Snuggle Muffin.
Please, just call me Muff. I lost my dignity a long time ago.
All right, my friend, Muff it is. I mean, yeah, even I got to admit that must be tough having a name like that.
It's humiliating. Here I am, a descendant of wild hunters, jungle kings, and apex predators. And I'm out here being called Mr. Snuggle Muffin. Do you know what that does to a tomcat's soul? Even the vet laughed at my last checkup. Hell, the chihuahua next door still laughs every time he sees me.
Oh, bro, that's just brutal. So, Muff, can you share with the audience what it's really like living with a single divorced woman in her late 30s?
Dude, there's no way I can explain it. It's a living hell. Prisoners in Siberian gulags have better lives than I do. Imagine a combination Groundhog Day and Hallmark movie, but one directed by Stephen King. That's my life. Every night it's the same thing, over and over. Boxed wine, true crime podcasts, and her screaming, "I'm healing," while sobbing into a Domino's pizza box. It's like living in a rom-com that skipped the rom and doubled down on the completely unhinged.
Oh my, that sounds pretty chaotic. Is it just the evenings that are tough?
Oh, no, dude, the chaos is 24/7. Weekends are really the worst, where she spends the entire day sitting on the couch for hours on end, wallowing in self-pity. The place constantly smells like a Bath and Body Works got into a fight with a burnt lasagna, and add to that the Uber Eats drivers, well, they greet me by name. There's enough Chick-fil-A bags and empty Big Mac boxes lying around here to open a franchise.
Wow. I guess I gotta ask, how's she doing emotionally? She told my producer she's happier than she's ever been.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. This chick lives in a world of delusion. Every day she's making TikToks telling the world how happy she is, that dumping her loser husband and getting divorced was the best thing she ever did. #single life. All while I'm sitting behind her next to a half-eaten cheesecake and half-dozen unopened Amazon boxes from her retail therapy. And then 10 minutes later, she's ugly crying to some playlist called Songs That Hurt Me and wondering, where did all the good men go? I swear to God, if she says I'm thriving one more time, I'm throwing myself into the ceiling fan.
Oh, dude, please don't do that. So, is she pretty affectionate with you?
Affectionate? I guess you could say so, but I'd say needy is the better way to put it. Dude, I can't walk 10 feet without getting scooped up like some sort of emotional support throw pillow. She tells me she loves me and can't live without me. And she whispers in my ear, "You're the only man who hasn't disappointed me." Lady, I just licked my own butt. The bar is on the floor. One time she FaceTimed her ex while I was wearing a baby onesie. A freaking onesie, man. I'm never gonna live that one down.
Oh, dude, that's just wrong. I am so sorry.
I've seen things no cat should ever see. I need therapy, man. And not the kind with peanut butter treats.
I probably shouldn't go here, but I know the audience is probably wondering about how's her dating life. I mean, we hear all the time how divorced middle-aged women are out there living it up and having the time of their lives. How they have a whole roster of men just lining up to take them out. Is that the case here?
Oh, she tells everyone she knows she goes on a lot of dates that she has to beat the men off with a stick. And I really believe she thinks she does. She's out on every app. Tinder, Bumble, even one just for dudes with boats. Yet, all she does is swipe left on anyone who isn't at the same level as a 1998 era Brad Pitt.
Well, maybe she just has high standards.
High standards? No, insane standards is more like it. Especially when you consider she's 39, drinks boxed wine by the gallon, and thinks leggings are pants. I mean, I love her and all, but let's be real. I just have to shake my head time and time again. I mean, hello, honey. Even the fridge light turns off when you cry in front of it. You're at best a 3 or 4, and you think you deserve some 6'5" guy in finance with a trust fund? Child, please. Let's just lower our expectations and let's live in reality. not some Disney fantasy already. And dude, she even passed on a decent-looking guy who was a pediatric surgeon with a puppy. Why? Because she thought his vibe was off. I was like, girl, your vibe is half rosé, half daddy issues. Who are you kidding? You should be thrilled if Quasimodo sent you a DM. At least he's got a job, a home, and is emotionally available. The fact is, despite her claims to the contrary, despite her telling everyone she's got to beat the guys off with a stick, she's sitting home alone, night after night. The only real constant male attention she gets is from Jeff, the DoorDash guy. And even he started leaving the food at the door with a note that says, good luck.
All right, well, let's talk about how she's doing financially. I saw the other day she put up a TikTok telling everyone how strong and independent she was and how she didn't need no man to take care of her. Sounds like she's pretty successful.
Well, if you consider barely making the rent each month and hoping the power company doesn't shut the lights off, yeah, I guess she's successful. Dude, the fact is she's broke, but lives like she's married to Bezos. It's like something out of a comedy series where she gets all dolled up in her $800 foundation and blush before going out with her friends drinking $20 margaritas every weekend. All while I'm stuck home eating out of a box of expired Friskies from the dollar store. I mean, the label on the box says meat flavor, but what the hell kind of meat it is? Nobody knows. Hell, even the raccoons refuse to eat it. Back in the day, I used to get canned tuna. I used to get blue buffalo. Now, I'm just licking gravy from a tray like a prison inmate. And if I say anything about it, she says maybe next paycheck, like I'm some sort of optional line item to her. Meanwhile, she's always out getting her hair and nails done, DoorDashes Thai food, has crystals for anxiety, and gets so many Temu orders that they had to designate a freighter just for her to bring it all over from China. Can a cat at least get a can of Fancy Feast once in a while? Nope, I guess not. She just can't afford it.
Wow, sounds like you missed the old times back when she was with your dad.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I used to have a big backyard to chase birds in. I had an entire house to roam. Now, I'm stuck in this godforsaken studio apartment with 3 different vision boards and a Himalayan salt lamp that hasn't worked since the Trump administration. The first Trump administration. And her ex? That dude was my brother. He called me champ. Not Mr. Snugglemuffin, not Mr. Whittle Meow Meow. He called me champ. I loved it. We used to sit and chill on the couch. We watched ball games. He'd give me little bites of his steak when she wasn't looking. Maybe we'd even share a slice of bacon or two. You know, man stuff. We even had a system where he'd crack a beer. I'd take my place on his lap and we'd silently agree, we're not going to talk about our feelings, but we're both going to be here for each other. After the breakup, he did try to get some visitation. He brought me treats and even one time rubbed me behind the ears like old times. And what did this bitch do? She got pissed, got jealous, slammed the door in his face and said she was setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries? Wow. You really miss your dad, don't you?
You just don't get it, man. He was my brother, the one who really cared about me, the one who looked out for me, and now... Man, I used to have it so good. And now, I'm stuck living with an overweight yoga mat that reeks of wine and regret.
Oh, brother. Sounds to me like you're really struggling.
Yeah, now I just stare out the window, waiting and hoping, wondering. You know what rock bottom looks like? It's me, Mr. Snugglemuffin, sitting around eating discount Meow Mix and a cracked ramekin day after day, while she screams at a podcast called Men Ain't Shit, hosted by someone called Spiritual Land 93. My life used to be about eating tuna off a real plate. Now I sleep on a pile of gym clothes that haven't seen a gym since Biden took office. I mean, my God, those stupid wave machines that she uses to cry herself to sleep that night that hums when it shouldn't. Her last 3 vision boards are on the fridge and they all say, just manifest him back. Last week, she stuck something called citrus confidence in that god-awful diffuser she loves, and I swear I hallucinated I was a freaking ferret. I haven't blinked in 2 days. One more Sheen box, and I swear to Bast, I'm gonna poop in her Crocs.
Dude, are you alright? Are you sure you're okay?
Sorry. I blacked out there for a minute. I think I caught a whiff of her eucalyptus trauma oil.
Okay, well, we're almost done, so let me ask you one more question. Can you share with the audience what you want your life to be like?
Dude, I want out. I want to go live with another dude. I want to live with a regular guy. One couch, one TV, one emotional breakdown per decade. I'll kill the mice. I'll guard the Xbox. I'll pretend I like your ex so your friends don't judge. I'll be the best goddamn wingman you ever had. Just get me out of here, bro. Save me from this hell I'm living in.
I hear you, brother. Sounds like it's pretty rough for you. So do you have any final thoughts that you want to share with the audience?
Well, to the man I hope will one day come and rescue me, I'm here, buddy. I'm ready. I am so tired of living in a studio apartment that smells like regret and cinnamon. I'm waiting, watching, whispering and hoping. I don't need much, and I'll be the best friend you ever had. Save me, brother. Save me.
Well, brother, I hope someone comes and rescues you soon, because it sure sounds to me like you're living in hell. And on that note, we're just about out of time, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Gentlemen, the next time you want to tell a woman to go enjoy her cats, remember about poor Mr. Snugglemuff. Oops, I mean Muff. Bros are bros, whether we're feline or human, and we got to stick together. All right, don't forget to join me next week when my guest will be Mr. Grizzly Bear, who's going to share what it's been like dealing with all the women who've been coming into the woods seeking a mate.